What up, everybody? I hope you're having a beautiful day. It's a windy day here. Hopefully, you're going to be able to hear me. But why don't you take a walk with me as we get into episode 2 of this series that I'm doing, where I'm sharing the stories behind my songs, the inspiration, the motivation, the actual creation, the challenges of making the music in my catalog. So, today I want to talk about my song Artisan, which is a favorite to a lot of you. I've gotten a lot of positive feedback on the song since it dropped a few years ago on my EP Genuine Article. And honestly, I would say it's probably my most favorite song that I've written. That can be debatable. You ask any artist what their favorite song is, and I've been asked in interviews on radio and TV and stuff. And it's tough because it changes. It changes with the seasons. It changes with the days sometimes. But today I'm gonna say the Artisan is probably my most favorite song I've written. Here's why. I've always wanted to write kind of a classic boom bap track. And that's what this song is. I wanted it to sound like it came right out of like 1993 to 95 era New York. And that's what the beat is. And that's what the whole idea behind it was, to write a song that had that flavor. That's why it has real DJ scratching on it, vinyl scratching from my homie DJ Reflex from Saskatoon, who blessed the track with that and brought it to life. My man Hale at Witness the Light Studios in Edmonton, who, as we started recording the vocals, was like, man, we got to put some scratch on this, and it's got to be real. It can't be something just out of software, and I agreed. And what's really cool, though, a little tidbit, as I share these stories, is the scratching on that. I originally had the idea of like, well, what if we bring in something like from Nas, who's, one of my favorite artists and has the whole flavor of what I was doing on the song anyways, right? And he's like, why don't we use some of your own lyrics from another song? And we started tossing around ideas, and I believe it was his idea to take the scratching part, the vocals from the song previous to it on the EP, Just Bars, which is a very similar type track, but also different. We'll get into that on another episode. But so if you go listen to that, listen to Just Bars, and you'll see the little part I'm talking about that was used in the scratching on Artisan. But this song, the way it came about, I was watching the documentary on Netflix, hosted by Shad, who just dropped a song today, Bars and Barbecues. Go check it out. But he was hosting the Hip Hop Evolution, or the Evolution of Hip Hop, I think, documentary on the history of hip hop on Netflix. I was sitting there watching it while I was living in Alberta, and the word artisan was just said by somebody. I don't know if it was Shad or another artist he was interviewing, whatever it might have been. But I don't know if you've ever had this as an artist or a writer or whatever you might be, where literally one word pops out at you and you're like, that's a title, or that's an inspiration. And that's what it was. As I looked up that word, just to look deeper into what it meant, I already kind of an idea, but I want to look into really what's the definition of an artisan. It means handcrafted art. It means unique, homemade, from the roots type thing. Something that stands out different than everything else you might find at a store. And I was like, that's it. And I wrote that song as I watched that episode. Probably within 35-40 minutes, the whole bones of that song, pretty much the whole thing, was written in that time frame. And then I might do another video on this whole experience, but shooting a music video in Toronto with my man Joe Gordon. Shout out to him for bringing the vision to life with graffiti. We rolled up with some homies of mine, Gary and Matthew, Demographic. We rolled up to Kensington Market and some other downtown places in Toronto, and we shot it so the whole feel of the visuals matches that song. And that was an incredible, literally a little over 24 hours that we took to record that video, walking down the street in Toronto, meeting people, meeting artists, freestyling. And so that's why this song means a lot to me, guys, because there's the stories behind it that make the music. So real bars from the heart. That's the story of Artisan. Please drop in the comments, what song from my catalog should I do next? I would love to hear from you. Thanks for all the support, and go check the song out now on all digital streaming platforms off my EP Genuine Article, and the music video I was just talking about on my YouTube. Go subscribe. I'm trying to hit 300 subscribers. I'm only 10 away. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Hopefully you can hear me in this wind. Have a beautiful day. And man, you're going to keep hearing these real bars from the heart from me. All right? Blessings.
bars from the heart. Real rhymes, aim right through the dark. This that real spark. Take 'em back to the park. On a sim for the king, aiming for your heart.